Hey guys, and welcome to another quick informative video. So today we're actually looking at the new Samsung Galaxy J7 Perx by Boost Mobile, and this is the 2017 version as well, as many of you guys know. And yeah, let's do a review on it. I have many requests for a review on it, and finally, after using it for a week, I'm happy to say my results and what I found. It does have some bad, but as well some good. So let's get into it and see what it is. So like I said, this is the Samsung Galaxy J7 2017 version, also known as J7 Perx, J7V. It's offered by Boost Mobile, Sprint, Verizon Wireless, and Virgin Mobile. It has an impressive 5.5-inch display. It's 720 by 1280 pixels, so it's 720 HD, 267 ppi approximately. It has an LCD screen. It has a nice impressive 3300 milliamp battery, which does make a difference compared to the regular 3000 that the old one had. It is removable as well. It has a 2.2 gigahertz Qualcomm Snapdragon 625, which is a 2.2 octa-core processor on it. MSM8953. It's 2 gigabytes of RAM, which is very nice. That helps it be smooth. 16 gigabytes of basically of ROM, so 16 gigabytes of ROM internally. You get about 10.4 gigabytes for the user, and it's expandable via memory card as well. It comes pre-installed with Android 7.0 Nougat, and very, very nice. It does have a LED flashlight in the back. You can put up to a 256 gigabyte SD card on the phone, which is very impressive. So you can get it very nice. Music, FM radio, yes. Headphone jack, yes as well. And that is on the bottom. It's a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. The front camera is 5 megapixels, which on the back is 8 megapixels. Very, very nice. So the back is 8, and then on the front is actually 5. The video resolution that it captures is at 1080. It does have HD voice as well. So now that all the specs are done, let's go ahead and see some of the stuff that it does have. So once you unlock it, like I said, that 5.5-inch display is very nice and brilliant. The only thing that you can see with these bigger phones is that even though it's a big 5.5-inch screen, that 720, even though it's HD, you can definitely tell that some of these icons look almost pixelated, not really HD. That's the only thing that I kind of hated about it. So I wish they could have put a 1080 screen at least on it. Not saying any resolution, but apart from that, if you're watching videos or anything like that, you really won't be able to tell the difference. But since these icons are kind of like, you know, up there and below it, you can definitely tell the pixelation, especially if you get up close to it. So the calling on this phone is very nice, crisp. Like I said, also that depends on how many bars you have in your area. So right now I have full bars, so of course I'm gonna have a really good connection on it. Let's get to it. Texting is very amazing as well. So you have two apps. You can either use messages up here or your regular texting down here. So as you can see, it's like, do you want to make your default? Yes. And there you go, you can text people, and you get basically the same Samsung keyboard that you can find like on 7 Edge or a Galaxy 8. So it does have the emojis as well, so a lot of people ask about it. So like I said, these are the same ones that come on the Galaxy Edge 7, the Galaxy 7 or 8 or anything like that. Very, very nice. So it is all the up-to-date emojis. Very, very nice for all you people that like it. So texting is very, very easy as well, responsive all the time. Now let's get into the web browsing. Now the web browsing is another thing. Web browsing is very smooth on this phone. I use personally Chrome, so there's no issues with that. So let's just look at Xbox. As you can see, once you load them up, well, I was trying to pinch too soon, but I guess this website doesn't really let you do it. But overall, it's nice and smooth, and that also depends on your internet connection. But overall, it's nice. Let's look at the camera, since that's another big thing. Even though this phone is only 8 megapixels, the camera definitely looks a lot better than the old one did. It definitely zooms a lot quicker. It has basic laser focus. Very, very nice. As you can see, there you go. And I do have some video of the front camera and rear camera, so I will have that up as well. The front camera as well is very nice. As you can see right here, it looks really good even in low light. That's another thing that I like about this camera, is that if you have a black background or dark background, it will light it up when you're capturing footage or anything like that. So that's very nice. That's what I like about it. Now let's get back into it. Of course, you have your gallery right here, and here are the video tests that I have, so I'll post that as well with this review, as you can definitely see, or a separate video, just depending. You do have a physical home button on the bottom and all app button. As you can see with the stylus 2 and 3 and so on, they basically don't come with an all app button or app button. This one does. You also get secure folder. Another good option is that you do have the taskbars on the top, and you do get a lot more cool stuff like secure folder, brightness, phone visibility, flashlight's definitely a plus, and the flashlight, it's definitely bright on it. So let's look at some specs internally. So you do get hotspot on this one as well, depending on the plan that you have. And let's look into the storage. And that's one cool thing that I like about this, is it comes with a device management, so it definitely cleans it up without you having to download any third-party apps. And that's always just a plus on my book. So there's apps. It does come preloaded with a lot of course, apps, bloatware, but you can disable all that if you wish. So let's look into it. Storage. So here's the storage. As you can see, it comes with 16 gigs. I have 10.3 gigs. Available is only 5.7 gigabytes, and that's for me just downloading games basically. So as you can see, music, videos as well, but you can clean all that up. Of course, like I said, it's preloaded. Battery life about 50 hours estimated. That just depends how much you use it. So let's just get all the boring stuff out the way. You can of course put all the lock securities on there as well. It's very, very nice. As you can see. Now the main thing about this phone is, the main thing I use it personally for is, like I said, gaming. That's where the big features you could get out that octa-core is the gaming. So I play Planet of Heroes, which is a pretty, pretty intensive game, I'd say, at least. And other games as well that, let's say, my Stelo 2 can't handle at all. It'll lag up and all that stuff. This phone definitely handles it like a champ. Battery life is excellent, and another thing that I like about it is that the speaker on this phone is on the top right side. So when you're listening to audio or anything like that, it sounds very, very nice. So let's get to the buttons. Basically on the bottom you do have a physical home button. You have your back button and your task or recent apps. On the top right you have your power button. On the top you have your mic, and then on the left side you have your volume rockers. You have your volume up and volume down, and it's kind of hard to see this, but it's basically just because it's black. You have as well your rear facing camera and your 8 megapixel rear facing camera, and then your LED flash, nice Samsung logo on the back. 3.5mm headphone jack, charging port, and another mic. So I was saying about the speaker. Let's say how good the speaker is. Let's just listen to it. So now that we're in here, as you can see, let's just go into some copyright. Some copyright free music, so you can just hear it. So as you can see, that's very, very nice. And also when you turn up the volume, it doesn't sound distorted. And as you can see, when I placed the phone down, it did not get distorted at all. With most phones having the speaker on the back, it would get distorted and you would not be able to hear it. Definitely a plus. This phone does retail right now at $200 on Boost Mobile. It just came out, so basically I can see that price. The first one, when it first came out, it was a lot higher than this one, so it's good that the newer version is a little bit cheaper. Like I said, overall, this phone, the main things I use is definitely that processor and that gaming. Battery life is amazing as well, guys. I cannot stress it. Like, I be playing games, mobile games, high intense games on my phone all the time. The battery life will just last me all day. That's the main cool thing about it, honestly. Another thing is, like I said, the processor and battery life are definitely a plus. You can play all the newest games without having any issues at all of lag. So the people that I would recommend this phone to would be basically anyone that's a gamer or that uses high intense apps, anything like that. Definitely it's a plus. Big screen, that you want a big screen. If you want the name, a lot of people just get it for the Samsung name, which of course does very good, and the phone does charge pretty quick. Audio sounds amazing, and overall it's just an amazing phone, guys. The only bad thing that I could find from this phone, like I said, was the resolution. I wish that it was 1080 compared to 720, but overall it's a very, very good phone. And of course you can extend the memory card as well. You can get a big memory card up to 200 and I believe 256 gigabyte. So that's a very good one. Take off the back, and that's another thing. Look at this huge battery, guys. 3,300 milliamp battery, micro SD card you can slot, and then your SIM card as well. So definitely that big battery will help this phone out a lot, guys. So that's my quick review on this phone, guys. Hopefully you liked it. Please comment, rate, subscribe.